first parachute was designed and invented by Leonardo da Vinci in the 15th century. Since then, there have been many daredevils responsible for man's progress in flight. In 1783, Francois Pilatre de Rosier rose 85 feet into the sky in this colorful balloon filled with hot air. In 1891, Otto Lilienthal made the first successful flight in a heavier-than-air glider. On December 17, 1903, at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the Wright brothers made the first successful motor-powered flight. Orville Wright flew a distance of 852 feet in 59 seconds. Many historic flights have been reenacted for motion pictures and television by the movie stunt pilots, such as Louis Blériot's crossing of the English Channel in 1909, in a record speed of 42 miles per hour. There's no one around today to teach you to fly this plane. You've got to teach yourself. The pilot must control it by warping the wings. This flimsy craft weighs only 750 pounds, has a 23 horsepower motor, and not an instrument in sight. Famous death-dealing aces such as Captain Eddie Rickenbacker fought the battles of the sky during World War I in the French Nieuport 28. This replica from the American 94th Squadron bore the famed hat in the ring emblem. The narrow center section, the Vickers guns were mounted to the left of the cockpit. The cockpit was uncomfortably cramped. The pilot had to sit high and the windshield was so small that he almost froze. On the other extreme, his feet toasted in the 125-degree heat of the engine firewall. Now on the other side of the battle lines, the German pilots handled this terror of the skies, the German Fokker D7. Although not a fast plane, it's easy to fly and highly maneuverable. Just as their real-life counterparts, motion picture pilots have been called on many times to reenact the exciting dogfights of World War I. The Jenny was used by Major Reuben Fleet in 1918 in the first of many hazardous flights for the United States Post Office. Exciting movies have been made of these pioneer airmail deliveries. When flying a vintage plane worth from $5,000 to $20,000, a pilot must know everything there is to know about his aircraft. Thorough knowledge of flight characteristics and handling characteristics are necessary to avoid very costly mistakes. On May 20th, 1937, Captain Charles A. Lindbergh became the first man to fly alone across the Atlantic in a single motor plane. He flew from Long Island to Paris, a distance of 3,600 miles in 33 1/2 hours. The pilot, after flying in the movie On the Life of Lindbergh, stated that he had a greater respect for Lucky Lindy, who flew this two-handed, two-fisted aircraft that handled like a truck. World War II aces flew these sleek weapons of war, which were capable of 700 miles per hour. When the film world wishes to recapture their dramatic exploits, the pilot's skill and daring is tested to the limit as he finds himself at the controls of the famous P-40 Flying Tiger. The majestic P-51 Mustang, or the Navy's fastest plane during World War II, the Vought Corsair. The gold wings were designed to support the throbbing 2,000 horsepower motor and to give added strength to withstand a 9G power dive. In recent years, the movie pilot has had to fly the colorful helicopter or handle the complicated jets that get faster and faster every year. In the not-too-distant future, they may be called on to reenact the first flight to the moon. Today's flying flying stuntmen have found another exciting outlet for their talents. Now, they earn their living by performing hair-raising aerial stunts at air shows all over the world. This hot air balloon ascension was first seen at the turn of the century, and it is just as thrilling today as it was then. It takes a lot of nerve and strength to ride a trapeze into the sky, then let go and return to Earth by parachute. Now watch this, Jimmy. It might be called climbing the ladder of success the hard way. To make the stunt even more frightening, this daredevil doesn't even use a parachute. It could be that success has really gone to his head. The wing walking isn't reserved for men only. Even the ladies get into the act. Well, the sure crowd pleaser of any air circus is the thrilling aerobatic exhibition. From a height of 2,800 feet, Jimmy, a famous stunt pilot, once told me that he did get confused and mixed up in his directions when he first started practicing these twists and turns. But after a while, he got so used to this kind of flying that it was just like driving a car. Jimmy, can you imagine jumping out of a speeding airplane at an altitude of only 90 feet? You wouldn't think a parachute would have time to open, would you? Well, now you watch closely because you're about to see the exciting parachute pull-off. Now keep your eye on the stuntman.
What kind of plane is that, Mr. Peters?
It might be called a plane of death, Jimmy. In just a few seconds, a plane just like this one will be crashed into that building out there. Now listen, Jimmy. Notice how quiet it is? You can almost feel the tension. This is the most dangerous stunt a pilot can do.
Here he comes!
By keeping himself in top physical condition and being able to rely on split-second timing, can a stuntman like this ever hope to collect his old age pension?